Today we're going to be looking at another digital marketing course which teaches affiliate marketing, and this program is called Simple Wi-Fi Profits. Now, the founders of this course are Andrew Wright and Chris Eom. It's a high school dropout and a Korean immigrant. They got together, they started learning about online marketing, after all the fears and doubts and struggles in life. And from it, they've been able to create crazy amounts of commissions through affiliate platforms like ClickBank, using advertising platforms like Facebook, right? And essentially what they've done is they've created this sort of brand for themselves, called themselves the Wi-Fi Bosses. And from there, they have created this new course called Simple Wi-Fi Profits. Now, I've actually gone through this course. I went through it, I think, last month. It's very interesting. It's a lot different to a lot of courses, right? So there are a few main things about it that I want to talk about. I'm going to get to those in a second. But if you are thinking about getting Simple Wi-Fi Profits, I do think it's a good course. I've even created a little bonus stack that's going to help you along the way on your Simple Wi-Fi Profits course. So if you want to check that out, use the link in the description and I'll send those over to you as soon as possible. If you decide to purchase, it's going to be definitely worth your while. But what I want to do first is I'm going to jump behind the screen. I'm going to check out what is actually available on the live websites. And then I'm going to go into depth of what the course is about, what I thought going through this course, what you can sort of expect to get and which sort of time frame. I think that's really important. And then any other juicy things that I can think of. So I'm going to jump behind the screen right now. I'm going to get straight into the good stuff, and then I'm going to tell you what you can expect to see. Okay guys, here we are behind the screen. As you can see, this is the free training workshop that no doubt you guys have probably already come across. You may have already watched it, but essentially what they say you're going to learn is how these guys were able to make up to $1 million within 31 days, about their system that's making their students get 100K, as well as how you can create their brand new system, how you can start their brand new system in less than 30 minutes, which is really cool. Now, these things are extremely salesy, right, guys? They're extremely salesy. But going through the actual course, and I'll get to more of that in a second, these guys do know what they're talking about. It isn't a fast, it isn't a fast get rich quick thing, because there is a lot you have to learn. I think the title Simple Wi-Fi Profits, I think it will become simple at the beginning. If you're brand new to this, it's pretty overwhelming, but sticking with it and actually just implementing stuff does actually give you a lot of advice and training, so that's good. And if you go on their website, I'm just showing you this because there's like nothing on here. Pretty much this must have been the coming soon page, but it's talking about their simple 3-step system. If you don't know what the simple 3-step system is, it's pretty much a Facebook ad run to a sales funnel, and then the sales funnel, usually a quiz funnel as well, and then that quiz funnel is run to an affiliate offer. And like Commission Hero, it's not actually collecting leads, which is really interesting. It's all just using Facebook advertising, retargeting, things like that. But there are a few good aspects, so I'll go to that in a bit. One thing I want to mention as well is they're the world's youngest #1 affiliates on ClickBank, right? So Robbie Blanchard is the #1 world's affiliate for ClickBank. These guys are the youngest #1 affiliate, so I don't know what that means, but take it as you want. In saying that, though, these guys do know their stuff, so don't worry about it too much. But that's pretty much all of the information on the internet, right? If you do go through their webinar, obviously you're going to have to sit down for an hour or two as they go through all their stuff. They've got their nice sales pitch and everything, but it's actually really good content. So what I'm going to do is, that's all I wanted to show you on this front end. I'm going to jump behind the camera again, and I'm going to go through what you can expect to see in the course. So the first chapter is all about the world of affiliate marketing, right? They talk deep about how affiliate marketing works, how they got into it, the sorts of things that you can think about, the sort of potential you can get, which is really good. The second one is a museum of $1 million success, and that is actually a really interesting chapter. They talk about the funnel, the outline of an entire funnel, what makes a good funnel, what makes a good video sales letter, which is VSL, talking about different types of ad platforms, talking about different types of landing pages, that sort of stuff. So it goes really in depth, and at this stage, right, you haven't done anything either. Like the first 2 chapters, there's like 30 videos. You haven't actually set anything up. It's all just instructional, right? So you can power through them pretty quick, but make sure you hold, obviously, the information. As soon as you get into chapter 3, which is the Invincible Bridge to Profits, which sounds pretty cool. They've got extremely cool names for their training. They get deep into, you know, the landing page setup and all that sort of stuff. So similar to other courses out there like Commission Hero, they do teach you how you can use ClickFunnels. Most people use ClickFunnels basically because of the share funnel feature, right? And you can do custom coding like quiz funnels, all that stuff. But they also teach you how to set up on HostGator using, you know, landing pages. I do believe they give you some landing pages. Some pretty cool stuff that they go extra and beyond is they give you external resources to everything, like the Facebook compliancy thing, how you can, you know, use the disclaimers, the hot links for everything. So they give you obviously the bare basics, but it's not just the bare basics like a lot of people do. When a lot of people create courses, they just want to get you from A to B as fast as possible, which is good, but you have to sort of fail, or you have to understand how things work in order to get the success and not stumble over yourself later on, right? So these guys are sort of trying to cut that sort of bridge out, you know what I mean? They're trying to give you as much resources as possible. Even in one of these trainings, I can't remember exactly which one, they talk about, you know, creating multiple ad accounts, because, you know, sometimes Facebook ad accounts get shut down. But then they talk about, you know, scripts. They give you specific scripts to send to Facebook when that happens. They give you specific replies. They give you like all this like really in-depth stuff. So they've definitely tried to cover every single basis. So you're not just, you know, just sort of winging it if you don't understand what to do next, sort of thing, like a few people have done out there. So that's really cool. They give you also swipe files, that sort of stuff. So that's chapter 3. Chapter 4 is building your empire. So that's where they actually walk you through creating your landing page, creating your ad, linking everything together, how you should be placing your ad. Chapter 5 goes deep, like really deep. There's loads of videos into page tracking. It also goes into cloning ads, demographics, setting up different types of ad managers and how you should set them up. Sharing pixels, I thought that was extremely interesting. I've never even heard of that. So sharing pixels, and then it goes into a lot of like changing habits in your life and stuff. It's really cool. And then finally, the last chapter is chapter 6. I've gone through all of these actually. It's all about, you know, doubling down, cloning, lookalike audiences, zero targeting, and I've got a few other little sneaky things that I don't really want to give away the entire course, but that's pretty much it. The biggest takeaways for me after being in online marketing for a very long time, right? This isn't just like a new thing for me. I've been doing it for like 6 years. Is one of the big things was sharing pixels, like I mentioned earlier. It's essentially ensuring that all of your accounts are going to be adding to the data. If an account gets shut down, you don't lose your data. So one thing I did straight away was create different pixels for different niches if I was marketing different things, which is, I thought, really amazing. I didn't even know that. The second one was how you lay out your campaign settings, your campaign stats and everything like that. So they create multiple columns and they use specific sort of criteria. So when you see it, you can read the information in a way that I've actually never seen anyone do before. It's really weird that I haven't seen anyone do it either. You know, I've been through so many courses, but these guys are the first to actually do that. So I thought that was really good. And what else? They go through a lot of things, to be honest. They also give you, you know, done for you campaigns and things. They give you all these creatives, you know, all these funnels, that sort of stuff. So that's really good. But it's a really good course, right? So I'm not going to really talk about it far too much. The main key points for me were they understand advertising, right? They really, really do understand advertising. Not saying Robbie's Commission Hero course wasn't quite right. I just feel like these guys were probably a little bit more in depth, and they've probably they wouldn't have spent as much money on advertising as Robbie, but they're probably more precise with what they're doing. Instead of just spending money hoping for a return and then scaling that, they're like making sure it's making a good amount of money before scaling it, and then optimizing it as well, so you probably get more returns, if that makes sense. Now, they definitely haven't made the most amount of money in the world on ClickBank, but they'd be up there. I'd say they'd probably be in top 10 at least. You know, the youngest ClickBank affiliates in the world, but they are really good. I did learn a lot from that course. I've implemented it in my own business for sure. But all in all, I think it's a really good course, right? They sort of came out of nowhere. They launched, I think, a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago now. And it's been going really well. They started off with a tsunami of people coming in, so that was really good to see. And there's a lot of success stories out there. So Would I recommend this course? Definitely. Simple Wi-Fi Profits isn't probably the best name for a beginner. I'd probably call it Advanced Wi-Fi Profits, but if you've done it once, then it becomes much more simple. Obviously, there's templates for everything, so even the Facebook ads layout, that can just be uploaded, piece of cake, and then it's there for good. Once you set up your pixels, they're there as well. Once you set up all your hosting, ClickFunnels, all that stuff, it's all there. So all in all, I think it's a really good course. I think it's probably worth every penny that it says. I mean, if you stick with it for a couple of months, you can expect to see some sort of results. Hopefully you've made all your money back from advertising plus a lot more. So it's really good, and their community is really good as well. So yeah, I think this is a great course. Now, if you guys are considering and getting it, just know it is going to be Facebook advertising mainly. You are going to have to outsource some creatives, but don't worry, there's training on that. You can use ClickFunnels, most people do because it's so much faster, but you can also just use your own hosting and use pre-made landing pages they have and edit them yourselves. A little bit harder, but it's still them. And it's a faceless type thing, right? So you don't have to put your face on any of the marketing. It's actually all just like faceless stuff. You're just creating niche Facebook accounts, and then you're warming them up. And then this is Facebook pages, sorry, warming them up and then running ads. So that's all good. And apart from that, I think it's a good course. Now, if you are thinking about getting it, make sure you use the link in the description, and I'm also going to give you a bunch of free goodies. There's going to be quite a few $100s worth of stuff in there, so if you use that link, I'll send those over to you for free. But apart from that, I hope you guys have learned a little bit about Simple Wi-Fi Profits. The course is really good, and I do recommend it for people interested in ClickBank marketing as well as Facebook advertising. Very good course. And apart from that, if you've liked this video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more updates, and I'll see you on the next video.